There's so much marketing out there. People just usually think that if I do more marketing, I'll get more new patients, more customers. But more has never been the answer.
Yeah.
The answer is always better.
Marketing, there are so many different routes to get to a good end result.
Yeah.
And there's also so many routes to like not have that result that you want.
Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome to the 88 Show. This is the internet's only dental show where we talk about what matters most in marketing. I'm your host, Joshua Scott. So glad to have you, Manal.
I am super excited to be here.
Guys, I got Richard Lowe with me here.
How's it going?
Say what's up, man.
Hey.
88 Nation out there. I've got the local med celebrity team here with me today. This is Vanessa and Tom. Everybody say hi. What's up to the 88 Nation? Oh, and I've got Ghost here too.
Can't forget about Ghost.
Yeah, actually it's not I got Ghost, it's Ghost is here. What's up?
Oh yes.
Guys, you know Ashley Hovez, you know Michael Arias, the crew behind the making of. What's up?
Hey.
It's so good to see you guys.
Perfect song right now.
Yeah. Is this your theme song? Pretty much.
Every day.
Yeah. I got friends, I got Matthew, I got
feel like a
Joe
celebrity.
over here. Who? You?
Hey, I feel like a celebrity. I'm on this show with the camera and everything.
You are a
Lights,
celebrity.
camera, action, dude.
I know.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
Dude, thanks for putting this conference on. This room for the podcasters is actually bigger than the CE room where people are speaking.
About 5 times bigger than the actual meeting.
It's almost like visually, it's like, we know what's important here.
If you think about a podcast meeting, it's like, most people are like, I listen to podcasts. Well, like, how about be on one? Everyone's got a little hack.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's got a nugget of a pearl of information that they're there to give you.
I started shared practices about 3.5 years ago.
Yeah.
I wanted to own a dental practice someday, and I had no clue to go from zero to successful practice owner. A lot of people think, after I pay off my student loans, 7 years in, maybe I'll think about practice ownership.
Yeah.
Our hypothesis was, you know what, if it's right for you, if you can accelerate your timeline and get into practice ownership sooner rather than later, you can actually pay off your student loans and start building financial success, even though you had to go into more debt and it was a little bit of a jump.
I would say for your audience, because I bet you have a lot of people who are considering doing startups, take the leap. It took me a long time to commit to doing it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of risk, man, and it still is. I still have a pit in my stomach, right? Like even talking now. One of our mentors said, when you're 70% ready, you're ready.
How'd the whole making of thing even come about? Because it's become one of the almost authoritative groups now in dentistry for startup practices. What's the backstory? How'd it happen?
I came out with a Facebook Live introducing my startup, and that video went, I don't want to say viral because it's not like millions, but it got a lot of exposure.
Yeah.
And that is how Michael found me. He called me, he said, hey, I just watched your video. Can I interview you on my podcast? And Michael and I interviewed, we wrapped, and he, as soon as we went off record, he asked if we could record on a week-by-week basis and just document the startup process in real time.
Today, at lunch, I'm talking to a dentist, and I'm like, it's a startup, and he's like, I saw the making of, I started watching the making of Smile & Co., and it tipped for me, and I was like, I need to go do this. And that's happening all over the country.
We're all in it together. We are, doing a startup is no joke, and we're all in the trenches together. Whatever problems a doc has faced in one part of the country, someone else has faced. Yeah. And I would love to create just a community, like a tribe of people just sharing free information so that we all benefit.
Everyone's doing something different.
Yeah.
We can communicate, with Matthew, I can talk to him about staffing stuff he's going through. Friend adds a ton of value from still being fresh in school. We got other guys working corporate.
Yeah.
We've got guys who have had some pretty epic failures, in different things, and we can feed off that.
People learn from our struggles, what we're going through on a daily basis, a lot more than if you've had a success. How can we help each other get through the hard times? Yeah. And ultimately, we see the light and through somebody else's success and getting through that hard time.
This just came out
January 7th.
Yeah, a few weeks ago. Why Your Marketing is Killing Your Business, which I love the title. I mean, I think it's amazing. Tell us how you came up with that title and a little bit about what the book's about.
There's so much marketing out there.
Yeah.
And people just usually think that if I do more marketing, I'll get more new patients, more customers. But more has never been the answer.
Yeah.
The answer is always better. If you choose one marketing outlet, you focus on it, you leverage it, you maximize it, and that's what the book is about. The book is about how do you ignore the rest of the marketing.
Marketing is one of those things. There's so many other elements of dentistry where you can be like, okay, here's some really straightforward best practices and systems.
Yeah.
Marketing, there are so many different routes to get to a good end result.
Yeah.
And there's also so many routes to like not have that result that you want. And there's nuance to it, and there's quality, and there's heart, there's storytelling.
I think for us, the roadmap has been three things. Number one, define your story.
Okay.
All good marketing is going to start with a story, right? Like that's your brand. So those pieces are, I mean, it starts with your name, logo. I would put photography in that, video. It's all those things that communicate why you're different and unique. If you can start there, though, that's the key. Number two, then let's tell that story.
Right.
Okay, so lots of practices say, I'm different. I'm like, that's cool.
Right.
You need to show people you're different.
Right.
Okay, so let's tell that story online. Website, reviews, all those things that start to communicate that, okay? Right now in 2020, a dental website is still the hub of your digital presence. Whether it's reviews, social, everybody's coming back there. The third one is now let's share it.
Okay.
Okay, so if we know the website looks amazing, we've got this great story, it looks amazing, dude, now let's drive traffic from ads. You know, now let's like boost social media. Now let's get actual attention for it.
Right.
Because we know like organic traffic is converting. Well, why not get some paid traffic to come in to increase new patient flow?
I love that. So you've given us an order and a sequence to this strategy, and it starts with, okay, so you said storytelling first. Figure out
discover the story.
Who you are, what your mission is, why you're different. Build the website and tell that story. And then share the story.
And then share it,
direct people back to what you built.
What happens is if people come to us on the tell the story phase, and they're like,
no, I just want you to do some ads.
I just want you to do digital ads. And I'm like, but they're going back to a website that looks like crap.
Right.
That's kind of been our roadmap.
Cool.
Helping people really understand it simply.
I'm so glad that you use that term roadmap, because like originally when I designed shared practices, I had this idea of like an 8-season roadmap to practice ownership. And so I love that you've laid that out in definable chunks and a plan that anyone can do. And everything you do in marketing, if you go about it that way, is going to be magnified back to your story, your website, what you've already built.
Everything people are doing now in their daily lives, they're booking things online, whether it's booking flights, whether it's booking dates, whether it's booking hotel rooms. Everything they're doing online right now, and they want to do their dental appointments online as well. This is in their mainstream, and it's especially important for practices because you can do all the right things to get a patient interested in going to your practice, and then they have no easy way to do it.
All those efforts that you're putting in or offices are putting in into their marketing, you want to make sure that those are now converting into patients. And we do that with Local Web and making it easy to book online and removing those barriers, because a lot of people try to avoid going to the dentist and will find any excuse not to go to the dentist. So let's remove any of those barriers so they can't be using those excuses anymore.
Yeah, for sure.
You talk about reputation and trust. You know, one of my friends always told me that trust is just nothing more than the residue of past promises kept. So if you
you gotta have a history.
Like history is instructive.
But it's interesting, I have these conversations where it's very aggressive marketing and very like direct response type stuff, like direct mail and all that. And sometimes I just want to go like, are you trying to flip this in a year? Like you trying to like build it up and then flip it, or are you in this for the next 30?
What's changed that landscape is corporate dentistry. Because you have people that are literally like, okay, I'm gonna build my practice and sell to corporate.
And if you can hit a revenue mark.
Right, I'm gonna hit so much EBITDA and I'll get so much multiplier and things like that. Or are you the doc that like, hey, I set my roots down in Columbus or whatever, and like here's my office and here's my team, and I plan on living here and raising my kids. Children that I saw when I first got out of dental school are now sending me their kids. Like there's that progression, and that's but that's where that trust comes in your community.
You guys definitely are the fun group over here in the corner.
We try to be.
And if they don't know that, they know that when they go over there and see the Fireball dispenser.
Yes. Some people are like, you have too serious of a thing to be known as the Fireball guy. Well, he's like, well, listen, Mike, it's not about It's not about the fireball. It's like about coming to these things and meeting people.
I met you last year over a fireball shot.
Absolutely.
First time we met. So I saw maybe you brought some over with you.
Imagine that.
In the custom dental implants and worms shot glass right here.
Absolutely. Thank you
Cheers,
for coming.
bro. Yeah.
Cheers.
All right, guys. See ya. Cool, man. Thank you. Yeah. Thanks so much for being here, guys.
Hey, man, thank you,
Pleasure, man. Really enjoyed having you.
Thank
Yeah. Thanks so much for being here.
Of course, thank you for having me. This was awesome.
Like,
Oh,
sorry.
nice
guys.
job.
Got you. Thank you so much. All right, guys. And we're out. 50 Cent.
50 Cent. I'm just gonna moonwalk out.